Welcome to Houston, Texas. It's a Christmas Day special as we get set for a Southwest Division matchup between the Houston Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs. Now as the game gets underway, what's the key to success for Houston here tonight?
Again, when you're playing an NBA team, there's a lot of ways you can focus your game plan on. But when LaMarcus Aldridge is on the floor, it better be about limiting Aldridge's touches because he is an effective post player, turning over either shoulder with his high arcing jump shot and that high release. And then when you put a center on him to try to take away his post game, he'll step into the perimeter and use his face up skills. You better be ready to bring that second defender to stop Aldridge.
Number 2.
So many good point guards in the NBA, Jeff. So guys like Ty Lawson sometimes get overshadowed, but he is a superb player.
Mike, the push of the basketball by Ty Lawson, the end-to-end speed is incredible to watch on a nightly basis. The energy he plays with, and when he is attacking in that transition game, it is hard to deal with. He can finish, he can shoot it, and he's a terrific passer in the open floor. I love watching this young man play.
2 points. The assist from
Parker moves into the front court. Nobody near him, takes the three. Aldridge's long-range jumper won't go.
It's a make-or-miss league. If they're to win this game going forward, they're going to have to make these open shots.
It's good, and the foul. Block called against Ariza. And Kawhi Leonard will go to the line. One shot to complete the three-point play.
That's great athleticism right there to finish with strength, absorb the contact, and earn your way to the line.
Jeff, remember when James Harden was this great six-man with OKC? Now he's one of the premier players in the league. Did you see this coming?
Well, Mike, you know, when we were doing the finals, when they played against Miami, he was one of my favorite players. But it would be reckless for me to think that he could go from being such a great six-man to clearly one of the top 5 players in this league. He has made a huge jump. This guy is one of the very, very best to play this game.
Up goes across the line, backcourt violation.
Houston.
Parker collects the inbound. Parker on the drive, gets that one to drop.
The pick and roll is difficult to defend, particularly if the screener's man doesn't either switch or jump out and show to redirect the ball handler. The ball handler was able to just come off. His man was fighting hard, but that's just not good enough defense. Leads to an open jump shot as the defender scrambles to get back in front.
Aldridge for three. He's wide open. Misses from the perimeter. To the rim.
You got to make it hard on a team in the first half. Set a tone. Close out, contest, give no open shots.
Knocks down the first one. And he makes them both. San Antonio's leading Houston by a score of 9-8. Ariza gets it, quickly shoots that three. Parker the rebound. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. It'll count if it goes. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Houston's down by 3. More basketball here on Christmas Day on ESPN after the break. Is anyone going to miss? Although, Jeff, it would help if they played a little defense, huh?
It sure would, Mike. The defense was just not there, but let's give credit where credit is due. The NBA is fantastic because guys can make shots.
The Spurs with the offensive rebound for a new 24.
Gang rebounding is how you establish a rebounding tone to your team, a toughness to your team. They've established that very well in the first half.
Lawson on the drive from beyond the arc. Knocks down the jumper for three. Houston's 1 for 2 from three-point territory.
Hey, you can only control what you can control. The defense there was great. It was just a better shot.
To Leonard. Leonard for 2. That's good. And Kawhi Leonard with 7 points.
Number 14, Danny Green.
James Harden has become elite, one of the premier scorers in the NBA. You had it pegged years ago. You thought this guy had a chance to be special, Jeff, and he is.
He really is. And the reason is the ability to get to the free throw line, the ability to make every pass out of pick and rolls that the great point guards can make, and the three-point shooting ability. James Harden, unbelievable two-guard, the best two-guard in the NBA.
One of the things about Harden, it's hard to read him because he doesn't display a lot of emotion out on the floor.
Well, when you have that big a beard, it's hard to read his face. I mean, how are you going to do that? Yeah. Like, listen, that beard is such a weapon. I just wonder how he eats with that beard. Does he pick the food out of his beard, Mike? How does that work?
Stop now.
No, I don't understand how it works.
To Aldridge. Off the screen. Nice setup. It's good. A two-pointer. The Spurs up by 4.
They score early and they score often. This is a great offensive team built around a solid offensive system.
Harden against Green into the paint. Nice job drawing the foul. It's called against Duncan. And James Harden will go to the line with under a minute and a half to go in the second.
There's no denying Harden's one of the best players in the game. No denying the Rockets can be one of the best teams. But for them to take the next step, as great an offensive player as he is, he needs to become a better defender. Right, Jeff?
You're right, and he's capable. And he has to own his defensive inconsistency.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. San Antonio's done some great things in this game, Jeff.
I love the passion defensively, the aggressiveness, the intensity. They never stop. They go from one duty and one job responsibility to the next, and it never stops until they snag the defensive rebound.
The assist from number 14.
2 minutes gone by in the second. Houston's down by 5.
The second quarter.
To Ariza. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. That three-pointer won't go. Inside, gets it to go. And Kawhi Leonard with 9 points.
That's nice body control right there on that layup. Good finish.
Lawson in possession. Harden against Green. Terrific ball movement. Lawson fires for 3. Won't go from downtown.
Poise and precision will get you a better quality shot than that. That's a bailout shot. That's a, I'm going to try to get us back in and be a hero type of shot.
To Harden. He's averaging 6 assists per game this season. At the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. The Rockets down by 7. In just a moment, you'll get your halftime report with Jalen Rose.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports halftime report. The Spurs didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs. The Rockets have a halftime deficit and not a lot of points. And no matter what kind of defense you're playing, if you're not leading on the scoreboard, you're not winning the game. It really is that simple.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Houston Rockets are in a situation where if I was the coach of the team, I'd hope they'd be insulted by the way they gave up points in the paint. Going into the second half, these guys really need to have some pride and be more assertive around the basket defensively. The interior defense really got soft in the second quarter.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard is leading all players in points and led all players for this selection. The story in this one is pretty obvious, and it's the fact he didn't miss a single shot. Some days, players just feel it, and you can tell he's definitely feeling it right now.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Houston, Texas for the second half of this game. If you're just joining us, along with me is Jeff Van Gundy. I'm Mike Breen. Houston's looking to turn it around here in the second half. But, Jeff, if they don't rebound, they have no shot.
Mike, you should have been in there at halftime giving them the pep talk, because that's exactly true. If they are unwilling to rebound, they cannot work their way back in this game. It's that easy and that simple. You rebound, you have a chance. You don't, you go home with the loss.
San Antonio's done some great things in this game, Jeff.
Rebound, tenacity to rebound the basketball and limit second shots for their opponent and get second opportunities for themselves. It's all about the ball and getting it, and that's what rebounding does.
Jeff, Rocket fans want to know, could this be their year? When you have Dwight Howard and James Harden, anything is possible.
It is. Listen, they are a dynamic offensive team. They are hard to guard. Their improvement and their chance to win a championship will be tied directly to their defensive improvement.
Parker against Lawson. Duncan fires away, able to knock it down. And it's an 11-point lead for San Antonio.
At halftime, they had to make offensive adjustments, and they have. And they have come out and put on a great show offensively.
Can't finish.
Hey, you got to finish strong on those shots. You're right at the basket. You got to put the ball in the hole.
Green against Harden. To Duncan for the layup. Nails it. And Tim Duncan with 8 points. And looks like we've got a 20-second timeout.
Jeff, what's going through the coach's head right now?
Listen, they had to use their 20 right here to try to get their game plan defensively more in line to take away the star player. Too many chances, good chances, for the star to get off. That's why the 20 is being used right here.
Misfires from long distance. Trevor Ariza's 1 for 4 from 3 tonight.
I continue to see solid defense. It's the same defense that got in the lead. That type of defense will keep the lead for them.
At the rim, puts it in, a two-pointer. Ty Lawson shooting 50% from the field.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
Parker against Lawson. Leonard's looking to set up in the paint. Nails it. That's a two-pointer. The Spurs up by 13.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
Harden against Green. To Ariza.
He's averaging 11 points per game this season.
The assist from number 13, James Harden.
Green against Lawson. Shoots the three. And Danny Green with the play from way downtown.
Nothing prettier than the spot-up three-point shot. That one was dead center right from the start.
To Lawson. He's got 2 assists in this contest. Moves around the defender. Jones against Aldridge. Jones for 2. Converts on the inside. It'll count if it goes. And that will end the third quarter. The Rockets down by 11. More basketball here on Christmas Day on ESPN after the break. Three quarters complete. The home team has heard it from the crowd all night long. Despite the poor performance, they still have a shot here.
They do. And right now, if you're a fan, quit booing, stand up and try to energize your team. Yeah, anybody can pile on, but do your job so the team can do theirs.
Team foul number 1 for the Rockets. James Harden shooting 1.
And that completes the three-point play. San Antonio's leading Houston by a score of 32-24. To Parker. Sends it to the corner. Oh, terrific feed. It's good. A two-pointer. And Tony Parker with 6 points.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Pass into the post. Oh, he shoots it. It's good.
Hey, sometimes good offense beats good defense. There's nothing to be ashamed with on that possession. That was a well-defended, well-contested shot.
To Duncan. Aldridge. It's good. And it's a 10-point lead for San Antonio.
Terrific teamwork to start this game. They've done an incredible job of scoring on a consistent basis. Plenty of points in this matchup.
Lawson for 2, lets it go. Oh, he knocks it down. San Antonio's leading Houston by a score of 36-28. Parker. Terrific feed. Duncan for 2, shoots away. Gets it to go. And Tim Duncan with 10 points.
No one around, knocks it home.
Ariza. Gets it off. That's a two-pointer. Nails it.
You're not going to see a better possession in the NBA from both sides of the ball. Good defense, good offense won out that time.
Green. Duncan's looking to operate from down low. Takes another shot. Can't knock it down. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Houston's down by 8. To Harden. Puts it up for 3. Offensive rebound. For 2. Oh, a shot.
When the ball's in the air, that's when the action really starts. If you're good, you're going to be rooting your man out so you can get that offensive rebound and stick it in.
To Aldridge. He's got 10 points thus far. As we wind down the fourth, there's a timeout.
Hey, it doesn't look good, but you got to give yourself a chance to win. Last minute of the game, come out of the timeout, get a quick score or get yourself to the free throw line, and then try to knock the ball loose with your pressure defense.
Great pass. What a finish on the excellent pass from Ty Lawson.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
The officials say intentional foul called against the Rockets.
When you're down late in the fourth quarter of a game, you have to gamble and try to create some havoc. Here they fouled, but they're not in the penalty, so it's just going to result in a side out of bounds.
First free throw, perfect. One for two from the free throw line. It's up to a 7-point lead. And a timeout taken late here in the fourth.
When you're down this amount with a minute or so left in the game, you need to come out and get a quick strike at the basket. Attack the rim, try to get to the free throw line, or draw the defense to you and get the wide open three. And once you score, you have to force a turnover. You have to get your defense immediately set and get into your pressure.
And a foul is called.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Houston Rockets are in the penalty.
First free throw, good. And LaMarcus Aldridge with 14 points. Harden against Green. To Howard. Fires away. Oh, sinks the two-pointer.
2 points. The assist from
Ref calls the foul. No choice there. They had to stop the clock.
defensive foul to number 3, Ty Lawson. That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 4, Houston Rockets.
Connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting, knocks down a pair. And this one ends here. The final score is 45-36. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Breen saying good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs came away with the victory in this one. And what more could you say about their excellent field goal percentage? These guys couldn't miss even if they tried. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs. The Rockets put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Assists.
The San Antonio Spurs were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
LaMarcus Aldridge made plenty of shots when he wasn't cleaning up other people's misses. With the way he made an impact on both ends of the court, you could tell he was doing everything he could to get the win. And here we've got the stats for you. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing